holiday తీసుకొని పాలిపోయారు.
Oh, that's just, I bought this radio off eBay. This originally, this car belonged to a farmer in some remote county in Kentucky. He only apparently drove it to town once a week. So when I got it when it was 30 years old, it only had 28,000 miles on it. And it still is below 80,000 miles for a 61-year-old car. But it didn't have a radio. Farmer didn't want to listen to the music, so but I bought a radio off eBay a few years ago and had to have it reconditioned, which cost even more than the radio did. Had to have new tubes put in it, which is to say tubes from 1948 that, again, that radio repairmen will find in old warehouses. And you know, the tube is the back in the old days, electronics used tubes. Thing looks like look like light bulbs. So when you I turn on the radio. Of course, we're out in the country, you may not be able to pick anything up, but it doesn't come on instantly because the tubes have to warm up. Used to be a house there not so long ago. There it is. But can't hear anything. But I didn't want him to put an antenna. He'd have to drill a hole in the outside of the car and put an antenna, so that's a modern convenience here, hidden antenna. He told me it was going to be hidden. That doesn't look really hidden to me. I see it right there. Modern American cars look boring to me, and I've always, since my earliest memory, for some reason, I used to be fascinated by antique cars and antique planes, and I used to build little models back when I was 7 or 8 years old, all sorts of antique machines. And then in about 1978, a friend of mine said she knew somebody who had an antique car for sale, and I went over and looked at it, bought it on the spot, which was this one. This is a 1948 Dodge, and I got it in 1978. So it was 30 years old when I got it, and now that was 31 years ago. So it's more than twice as old now as it was when I got it. Well, nothing new has much charm. That's why constantly when I'm driving this around, people will say, what a beautiful car, and I'm wondering, well, why don't they drive a car like this? Well, I guess it's hard to find them, and they're not that comfortable, but still, if they think this is beautiful, why don't new cars look beautiful and streamlined? I don't know.
How fast are we going now?
It says I'm going 15 miles an hour, so I guess I'm going about 30. After I had the car about 10 years, I had a new engine put in it, and the new engine, I think it's a 1977 Chevy Monte Carlo engine. And the calibrations wouldn't match with the new engine and the old speedometer, so I think it registers about half the speed I'm actually going. You like listening to that radio? Are you making fun of my poor radio?
No, I'm not making fun of you. It has some sort of charge.
Yeah, too far out, and like I say, too far out in the country to pick up any signals. So my house is over on the next hill from here. Gonna go down the valley, then up the hill. but it's behind the trees, so you can't see it.